Hello, my name's Ben. This is my devlog, and I'm building my first game in Unity. And I'm going to have a quick drink. I'm not having a beer today, I'm having a glass of red wine. Yeah, yeah. Only thing with wine is I can't drink it like you're supposed to. I drink it like a beer and just gulp it down. And end up very drunk very quickly. But anyway, yeah, it's been an interesting week actually. There's been quite a bit of progress on my game. It's on Steam, so you can wishlist the hell out of it now. Just wondering if there is some weird NDA thing that I should have read in more detail when I was signing up to Steam. So I just need to be careful about what I'm showing. I can show you the stall. That's all published. That's fine. But I'm not sure I should be showing anything behind the scenes. God forbid. Yeah, I had a bit of back and forth. The guys said my description was shit, and I need to add more detail. And I'm really glad they said that because it was pretty rushed. Well, it wasn't rushed actually. I actually spent quite a bit of time on it, but then when they said it needs more detail, I sort of went back on it, looked at it, and I was like, yeah, actually, not giving much away here. Well, which has always been my problem because I've always been worried about sort of giving the story away. Even when I'm talking to people and doing streams and stuff, I'm like, oh, how much do I say without giving stuff away? Oh god. Anyway, here we are on the Steam app. Looks a bit like this at the moment. Loads. Oh my god, there's so many different images you have to put together for your post. For your thingy-majig on Steamy Weemy. So they got this stall page is what I really want though. Here we go. So now to me this is looking pretty slick. I did re-edit the trailer. I'm still not happy with it. I'm at the point now where I'm thinking I might just start again and do something completely different. Don't know. It just doesn't. There's something not right about it. I can't put my finger on it. And this is one of the things, isn't it, when you're doing indie dev? It's like you got to wear so many hats, and yeah, maybe I'm just not a good editor. Actually, I think the real reason is it's like capturing the video at the right resolution throughout the game, and then putting it into the editor, cutting it all up, putting it all into place, syncing it up with audio, adding subtitles and whatever else. It just isn't fun. It's funny actually because I actually did video production at uni years and years ago, and I used to love video editing, and it was a hell of a lot harder than it was these days because you had digital video. So the first problem was like just getting all your video footage onto the computer. Then you had to get the timestamps. Oh, that was it. You had to strip the tape first, so you'd have to get a new cassette, a new DV cassette, leave it recording anything just so that you get the timestamp. Then you go rewind it. Then you shoot your film on top of that, so then you get the timestamps. Then you import it, and then you can start cutting it. And it was like, oh my god. But yeah, I've certainly fallen out of love with video editing, or maybe it's just certain times, certain projects you just don't have the enthusiasm for it, and maybe that's why I'm not enjoying it at the moment, just because I've had enough of cutting the same footage together. I've got some nice screenshots now, nice high resolution ones, because they said my first set of screenshots were too low res. And then they told me these ones are too high res. So I'll come back and shrink them, the size of them a bit at some point. But I don't really know why they want. They suggested that I put higher res images on. Not that it stops your store being published. It's a suggestion. But like that's full size. It's not like it goes any bigger. So even the lower res ones, which were ones like this, to me it still looks fine. It still gives you an idea. Maybe. Anyway, yeah. So I've had to redo that. All my where's the game description? This took the most time though, to be honest, writing all this up. Thinking about how to make it interesting as well, sort of like if I was buying a game, what do I look for? So, what? was I saying? Yeah, so this sort of, trying to think about like what I look for when I'm buying a game, and trying to get to the point, but not underselling it either, but not overselling it. And then I was writing this as sort of describing it as it is now, not as it will be. So I had to come back and I was like, I don't want to promise too much, but I don't want it to. I want players to know that there's more coming. This is just the beta, just to get us off the ground, start getting some feedback, particularly around system requirements. I think that I'm hoping this doesn't catch me out, because I'm kind of going on the basis that I began developing this on a Ryzen 3. I had 16 gigas of RAM. No, I had 32 actually, so loads more than I'm saying here. And the GTX 1060. I know it doesn't run on integrated Intel graphics cards at the moment, not very well at all. So I'm hoping like the minimum specs here is fine. Recommended, I don't know what to say with that really. Like, recommended is like the best computer you can have, and then you'll get the best experience. But obviously that's not the point. So I've just gone for a little bit of an upgrade from what I've got. So a 1080 Ryzen 5. I'm on a Ryzen 7. I do, again, I've still got 32 gig, but I'm pretty sure 8 gig will be fine. I'm pretty sure Dan, who's been testing it, is on 16. He's on 16, so maybe I should whack it up a bit. Anyway, the point is, this is why I want to do the beta, is to try and sort of find all that out. Look, he already owns the game. So Dan's got a beta code to test the whole download and whatever process, and test the new build. So yeah, that's it. That's my news of the week. I've gotten to this stage. There's a 2-week waiting process for. Sorry, wait. Shut up. I've got to wait 2 weeks before we go live. I don't know why. I don't know. It's obviously some sort of Steam application process to stop people just chucking shitloads of games out or whatever. But yeah, the store has to be active in this state for at least 2 weeks before I can then publish the actual build. So that's where I'm at the moment, is just waiting for that bit. In the meantime, I do have VR to crack on with. I fixed a bug, pretty showstoppish bug if you've gotten into that situation. So that's fixed now, which is nice to know. Yeah. Then I think once I've got VR going, I'm kind of looking forward to telling more of the story now, because I left it at a nice cliffhanger. The beta, that is. So continuing that on is going to be fun. My approach to the sort of logic, I don't know where these keep coming from. Bloody no, something keeps creating a sphere, cube, and a capsule. Yeah, so essentially I'm just going to be activating the XR rig, the VR rig, which will switch cameras. And the problem I'm having at the moment is my Windows Media Mixed Reality headset, which is kind of like the entry-level VR for PCs. I don't even know if Windows do them anymore. Like, they don't seem to bother with them. If they do, I'm not seeing anything new. But it's pretty. Well, from what I understand, at least, like, Windows tried to standardise VR for PCs, and a load of manufacturers jumped on it and chucked out a load of cheap VR headsets. This is one of them. So you got a pretty standard controller. Two of them bad boys. They're good. I like these actually. Do the job. And then you've got the headset itself. But for whatever reason, I can map stuff to this. The game Unity recognises the devices because I've got my torch, and you can move the torch around, which is awesome. And you've got the alien. You've got something else on this hand, which is mapped as well. But it doesn't recognise any of the button process, and this is driving me nuts now. And I have to keep removing and installing and looking in the package manager, and down here there's you got all this XR stuff, Windows XR plugins, and then it's like, right, come into there and look in the project settings. Windows Mixed Reality has been deprecated by Windows themselves, by the sounds of it. So they suggest OpenXR, but I can't click any of this stuff. So I don't know. It's just I seem to be going around in circles. No one seems to have this problem on the tutorials. All the tutorials I watch, they pretty much get going with it out of the box. And I think that's because they're using Valve headsets and Valve remotes, and perhaps they're more supported. I mean, all this stuff in here somewhere is Valve anyway. All the what's it called? Steam, yeah. So all the sort of out of the box tutorial work that you can use to get yourself going. The prefabs, for example, Valve. Now I know for a fact that these controllers work with games in Unity because I've got Unity games that are VR and they work. So I just got to figure out what's the issue, what the actual issue is. So if anyone knows, give us a shout, because it's I'm getting really pissed off with it now. I spent 2 days on the weekend trying to sort this out, and I feel like I've learnt a lot now. I know what the problem is. I just don't know how to solve it, and I've not given it the time really to focus on it, because I've been looking at my Steam store and trying to get that stuff going. Plus it's Christmas and whatnot, and there's other things going on in there. So yeah, there we are. Very happy with progress. Interesting week, and I look forward to cracking on with the game. I really just need to get the VR stuff moving, and then I'd really like to get that done for the beta as well. Actually, I've got 2 weeks before I can launch this game, as I say. So if I can get the VR sorted before then, that'd be awesome, because then players can have both desktop and VR experiences. Happy days. Anyway, let me shut down OBS and have a good Christmas if I don't see you before, and thanks for watching. And I should probably start saying things like share my video, like it, and leave comments and subscribe. What I'd really like, though, really would appreciate, is if you could get people wishlisting the game if you like it, if you think someone else would like it. That'd be much appreciated. So thanks, cheers, Merry Christmas, see you in the new year.